Hey there, everyone. Today we're going to be resuming our inaugural draft here with the Fictional League and hoping to get through to some of the juicier bits. I might actually split this into three parts rather than just the two I was planning on. So we're going to have to see how many rounds we get through today. We already have our ace pitcher here, our first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, and corner outfielders selected. So today we're going to be looking for four more starting pitchers, hopefully a couple relievers, a shortstop, potentially a center fielder, and a DH, among with some other things. I'm not sure if we'll actually be going for our catcher today. That's something we might want to look into doing a little bit later. But anyways, I should actually go through all the guys that we've got. So our ace pitcher is going to be Andy Collier. He fell to the second round despite being one of the better pitchers in the league, primarily because he's fragile, at least that's what I think it was. He is pretty decent personality. He's young. We're going to have to see what his contract ends up looking like. He's got decent stamina. Ooh, actually, can we give him an extension? Okay. Oh, but we don't actually. Oh, but wait. Okay. We'll look into this in a little bit. That's interesting. So he's got some pretty good stuff at control with his solid movement to go along with it. He has a slider, which I of course love, and his splits are not too big. Next, we got Victor Enriquez, who I believe is the best hitter in the entire league. Absolutely amazing on base profile with some good power to go along with it. He's going to be an OPS monster here. I also love that he's durable. He's 21. He can play either corner outfield or first base. So that's also going to help him out a little bit. I believe he's actually going to be a borderline gold glover at first base thanks to being 6'6" with some pretty good range and error for the position. We've got Gregorio Alaya here, who is a decent second baseman, pretty solid hitting ability. He's going to get on base and have a good number of doubles and triples. Not terrible defense, could be a little better. Hopefully it'll improve as he goes on. Also another young player, that's a theme you're going to see. We're definitely going young. Steve Reed, who's going to be the problematic personality of the dugout, has a pretty good fielding profile for third base, solid arm, decent air and range, very good hitting profile. He'll be another crucial piece to our lineup. Victor Medeiros, another corner outfielder here. He's a leader, which is nice. He's got a pretty good batting profile as well. Going to reach base a lot and get some good double, triple rates. And Mike Struss, another outstanding hitter. I was astonished that he fell to us in the third round. Really good hitting ability, great personality, and some pretty solid defense with good base running as well. So this might be a potential leadoff man for us. Definitely going to be interested in seeing how they do. All right, anyways, back to the draft. Let's check out who is still left here. So we've got a lot of relievers. That's not really a surprise. Billy Muth. He could actually be a D. Actually, I don't think I liked him, and I don't think OSA really likes him at all here. So yeah, probably not going to be too great an option for us. We're going to need to look at taking some of these prospects in the near future. I'm sure they're not going to last too much longer. Adrian Cepeda, yeah, that's right. That's why we haven't taken him, because OSA really doesn't like him. He could still be on the table for us, but I'm not going to say he's our priority. Dingus I like. Oh, OSA doesn't. Okay, that's a risky one as well, but he is also incredibly intelligent. I think it was Geyer that we were looking at being our potential DH here. He's definitely got some good hitting ability. I don't hate Longo as a DH either. If he's what our scout says, if he's what OSA says, he's not good at all. CJ Taylor is an interesting prospect here. Both our scout and OSA love him. And of course, we are going to be in the near future drafting our center fielder, the highest range player in the game, with very nice hitting profile as well. So this guy is going to really be a nice acquisition. OSA actually likes his hitting even better than we do. So regardless what we're getting here, he's going to be an elite center fielder. Really glad that he'll be on our team because we're definitely going to be snatching him. He's a left-hander who isn't even that splitty, so that's another nice thing there. So definitely our center fielder. I if I'm remembering correctly, we don't really have any legitimate shortstop options. Everybody has something wrong with them in their fielding profile. It's going to be difficult to find a shortstop who can do everything we want truly well. I think this guy, no, he's not that great. I don't really like any of these guys, honestly. This guy might be the best option available, and he's really not great. Let's check some of these 70 range players. Ashworth's on the table. I would consider him at shortstop. I would prefer him at second, but he's not a bad shortstop. Hugh, not who, wow. Hugh Bryan is solid. He's got a nice personality too. I like the arm. That's one of the things I'm looking for here. I want to make sure that the guy that we get has a good arm. This guy isn't terrible. I'll shortlist him. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hugh Bryan should also be shortlisted. Jeremy Serio, he could be the player here. I think regardless of who we draft at shortstop, they're going to be a few rounds down the road. Catcher is probably the same deal. I think all of the good catchers left are pretty mediocre in terms of their overall ability. So yeah, probably this Jorge Castillo guy is our starting catcher, and he's not going for a while. How about starting pitchers? We should take a look at some of these guys. So we still got Jeremy Bryant here. Definitely could be an option for us with our current pick. Got Rich DiCataldo, no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not a huge fan of him, but he's not bad. He's got a good personality, a spark plug too, so that's something to keep in mind with him. Got Mike Singer, who's a prospect. Thomas Navarro, also a prospect. Ryan Thomas is not great. Another prospect. I think Whipple's still developing. We're definitely going to want Whipple. He's a very good player here. Right now, I'm really thinking Bryant is the play. We just do not have any batters that can really stand up to him except perhaps Geyer. And I think at this point, I'd probably rather take Bryant than Geyer. So that's what we'll do. We do need our number 2 starting pitcher. Geyer's still around, so that's good news. Let's see if any of the starting pitchers we were looking at got drafted. DeCataldo is still here. That's good. We could potentially pick him up. I would consider it. Oh no. What's his face got drafted? Whipple. That's unfortunate. Where did he go? He went to the Portland Seagulls. Well, that's sad for us, but nothing to be done about it. Who's somebody that OSA likes too? That's what I'm wondering. Navarro. They like Navarro a whole bunch. We, of course, also really do like Navarro. Not quite as much as them, but he is still one of our top pitchers, so Navarro we're going to need to draft soon. Krim, I think we also have rated very well, so those two guys are going to need to go to us in the near future, possibly even this round. Wow, this Brad Zimmerman guy also gonna need to draft him soon. He's a legitimate two-way player too with that batting profile. He could be a left fielder or a right fielder. Looks like all the players that OSA likes are prospects. They don't really like any current players. They don't have anybody else even with 3-star abilities. So perhaps it's time to start drafting prospects. I think they're probably going to start going soon. Navarro especially, I don't think is going to last much longer. So really, it's just a question of when do we want to draft Geyer then? I'm betting that there's at least a couple players who are going to go before Geyer, and there are at least a couple players that we can take if Geyer does not fall to us, so I'm going to draft Navarro here. Oh, hold it. How long until Vega should go? OSA does not like him nearly as much, so I'm not too worried. Alright, now we need Krim and Zinman. I think Krim's probably going to go first, but it's a little tough to tell. I really don't want to risk losing Zinman either. He's elite. Who does our scout like better? I think we're going with Zinman first. Yep, and Krim is still available, so there we go. We got our top prospects there. How about George Benjamin? Wow. So we could just fill out our rotation, and then when the time comes, we'll draft those guys. It looks like by our scout, Efrain Vega is really the only top potential pitcher left, so we're probably going to have to draft him soon. Israel Sanchez and Benjamin are also likely going to be drafted soon. Jimmy Stevens as well, certainly at risk for being drafted. We're also going to have to turn to some of the weaker pitchers here now that all the elite ones are gone. Geyer is still available. Dingus is still available. CJ Taylor is still available. I don't want to let Taylor go too much longer. He is really good. Either version would be great. I would honestly prefer the OSA one, but um, he's really a good player. I don't know if we can let Taylor go any further. Does OSA have prospects they prefer to hit by chance? There's still this guy, who we also like, so we want to draft him. There's that guy. Yeah, there's a couple of players they like at least as much as him. Ooh, Hicks by OSA's profile is really good. I think we've got to draft Vega. No, because OSA really does not like Vega that much. But then again, if we manage to get all of those pitching prospects, it's unlikely that OSA or the other teams are just going to start turning around and picking them, especially when there are actually a couple that OSA likes even better than the ones we have rated really well. Although we will want to keep these guys in mind. They are certainly very interesting players. Except maybe not Willie Rivas. I don't like him too much. Yeah, I think we've got to go with Taylor here. And maybe that prospect OSA really likes, because if he is this good, he's going to be extremely talented. If he is as good as our head scout says, he's still a starting caliber third baseman. And one of the better prospects left in the league as well. Frankly, he's really the only prospect I'm thinking we gotta draft at this point. Just gotta make sure our center fielder is still available. Actually, we may need to draft him because we're starting to run out of certain players in his range. Oh shoot, someone already got him. Well, we're making a trade. I can't believe that we let him get drafted. That was totally not a smart move by me. The Gators got him. Well, we're definitely going to need to trade here. Zinman's not, he's not going anywhere. I could get rid of Elia. I'm willing to make that happen. Who else do the Gators have here? Perhaps there's somebody else that we may want to be trading for. They've got Bowers, who we were looking at. I really like this reliever. He's old, though. Ah, yes, their glorious second round draft pick here. And they actually like him quite a bit, too. Oh, wait, this is the second round draft pick. Ah. Yeah, they are a little bit crazy. I don't dislike this guy. He's not bad. We may as well ask about him. That's probably not worth doing. Now this Varaya guy, he is actually a solid shortstop. Okay, well, what if we do this? Yeah, perfect. So they're willing to swap first round draft picks and give us their second and third and fourth. Okay. Well, they really do not have confidence that our team is going to play well. It's their loss. We're definitely going to do better than they expect. Alright, looks like we're just getting draft picks then. They don't seem willing to trade any of their meaningful players, or any of their players, really. Okay, here's what I want to know. What if we only gave them our second rounder? This is certainly an intriguing offer here. I don't think Medeiros is irreplaceable. Actually, he's probably one of the better hitters in the league at this stage. Aha! Aha! This is actually working. So we could get their first round pick on the cheap here. So we've already improved our draft capital slightly with this trade once we complete it. And we're also picking up that center fielder we want. Now, we're going to have to get a new second baseman. That's fine. I didn't really like Elia that much anyway. And Harrington is really going to be great for us. How much service time does he have? 4 years. Okay. There we go. Wait, where did he go? Oh, he went into the minors for some weird reason. We'll just put him on our active roster. That's where he's going to be anyways. I am worried about how much longer Geyer is going to last, though. And the other guy's gone, so I think we need to draft Geyer here. It's not like there's any elite starting pitching left. I think we go Geyer and then start drafting the prospects. So we've got Benjamin, Sanchez, and Stevens. I like Stevens a lot. I like Benjamin a lot. I don't like that Benjamin's fragile, though. OSA really likes Sanchez. I don't see it at all. I think Benjamin is probably happening. I think Stevens is happening too. Benjamin and then Stevens. I think that's the order they would likely be drafted in. I like Stevens better, but yeah, we're gonna have to wait to draft anybody else on that regard. I think Vega's probably at risk to go soon, but not too soon. All right, let's reassess our team real quick, see what we have, what we need. So pitching, we have one one pitcher, two pitchers, a whole bunch of prospects. None of these guys are MLB ready at all. We have first, second, third base set. We've got our DH set. corner outfield, center field. So our outfield set, we just need a shortstop and catching, and 3 pitchers. So at this point, we probably want to be taking the best pitchers available to us. So let's check that out here. Just want to make sure we don't have any great hitting left. Oh yeah, definitely don't have any great hitting left. I do like Jose Rosales a lot, and I don't think he's going to be on the board too much longer. Oh, never mind. Jose hates him. He'll probably be there for a little bit. Steve Lee is the guy we really liked, isn't he? No, he's the guy. Never mind. Yeah. We probably want to draft Manaves soon. He's he's really good, and I don't think he's lasting too much longer. Oh, we needed to do second baseman too. Yes. Felix Hazo. He's not bad. I don't like him too much though. Alex Barrios isn't too bad. He's a prankster. He's got a decent batting profile. He doesn't have as much range as I'd like to see. This guy's okay. I don't like the batting profile though. That's going to be a common issue here. This guy is actually a really solid hitter, Mike Brown, but he does not field at all. He's not going to work at second base. Ooh, Tony Carreras. It's too bad he has a terrible personality. He would be a great pickup. I don't know if we can't do much better than this guy for second base, honestly. This guy's actually not a bad prospect, too, so we'll keep him in mind, but not as a player, as a prospect. Okay, Steve Faulkner. He's okay on the batting profile. He'll get on base at a decent clip. He's got a great personality, and he's got solid fielding for second base. I think he's the guy. I think he's probably going to last a few more rounds, though, so we're going to leave him be for the moment. And I think we're drafting that top prospect, Juan Manaves. I don't want to wait any longer on him. OSA doesn't like Brown as much. Okay. Okay, Faulkner is still available. That's good. Let's look at some more starting pitching. We definitely need to pick up some. Jose Hamarillo, I don't dislike this option. He's got a slider. He's got decent stuff control combo. Jose doesn't dislike him overly. I think we may actually take Vega to be our number 5 pitcher to start the year and hopefully develop a little bit more as it goes on. I like this guy a lot. He's got a great personality. Definitely want him to be one of our back end pitchers. So I will shortlist him. Oops, I shortlisted the wrong guy. Do we like Preciado though? No, we don't. Don't like him. Ooh, here we go. Slider, personality, solid stuff movement and control combo. He's a great option. David Tarango. A name to remember for sure. Ew, we're running out of good pitching. David Tarango is our pitcher this round. Alright, we still got Roquette available. Probably going to need one of these guys. I think Hamarillo here. So that would bring us up to 4 pitching, 4 starters. So then we take the next guy, and that's 5 right there. Roquette is our number 5, and that's it. All right, it's time to take Faulkner, our new starting second baseman. And now Efrain Vega, our scout's favorite player, left on the board. I think we've got all the half-decent pitchers left. There's surely a couple prospects here and there, like this guy, who are not too bad. All of the current pitchers. Eduardo Chavez I'll add to the short list. We're definitely going to want to build up some quality prospects. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be very pitcher heavy to start with in the prospect core. Okay, what do we need now? Ooh, I like this guy at second base. He is old, but he's also a fan favorite. Good batting profile and very, very good defense. So, what is the possibility that we send the other guy to the minor and take him to be our second baseman for a year? Not CJ Taylor, Steve Faulkner. He's 22 and he could use some development, so I think we're drafting that other guy to be our starting second baseman for a year. He could also use training at second base, so it'll be nice to get him in there. It was Jared Gray? Yeah, Jared Gray. Here's our second baseman. Not too splitty either. I like it. Okay, so our MLB team, our rotation is set. We've got our everything but shortstop and catcher. Let's get us some hitting prospects. Chris Cohen isn't going to last too much longer, and I think by both our head scout and OSA, he's one of the best left. Steve Lee, also one of the best prospects left. Probably not actually going to use these guys, but they could be good trade fodder. Jeff Erickson here, OSA really likes him. I think we're okay with him, but I don't think his personality justifies drafting him at this point. Adrian Meza, also think the discrepancies between our scout and OSA make him questionable. I really like this guy. If our head scout likes him at all, yeah, he could be a shortstop, or worst case, he slides over to third base. But I think shortstop, although he is 24 and even with high intelligence, I'm questioning how much of this is going to develop. You gross, terrible profile. Wow, these guys are all really pretty bad. Steven Waters is really the only prospect here that both our head scout and OSA like, so we're gonna go with him. And I think Cohen next, right? Yeah, Cohen. And last, and probably also least, Steve Lee. OSA doesn't dislike Jay Brown that much, especially at this point in the draft. I think we need to take him as well. And now we're left pretty much with prospects. Not that we haven't been drafting prospects already, of course, but that's pretty much all we've got. Angel Espinoza, or Angelo, something along those lines. We're gonna get him. He's got a good personality. This is an interesting player here as well. Let's take another look at... Oh, wait, we need relievers still. I've gone probably dangerously long time without drafting relievers. Picote is probably our best option here. He's a leader. Fastball changeup. He's not too bad ability-wise. OSA really doesn't like him though. Well, it looks like we're gonna have a couple of suboptimal relievers. Looks like OSA and our scout agree on this George Church guy, so I think we'll take him as our ace of the bullpen. And honestly, how much worse are we gonna do than Bicote? I like that that guy had a slider. I also like that this guy's got a slider. He's young, durable. OSA doesn't like him as much. Ooh, this guy is really good. Lots of movement, or control rather, and solid movement. So John Bows, humble. I like it. OSA doesn't dislike him very much, so JJ Dixon is definitely an option. I don't see anyone I'd prefer at this stage, so we'll draft him. How does OSA think of this guy? Just a little lower on the control. He's 100 plus on the velocity, which is going to help that slider play up a little bit, and he's 23, so we can give him a go. Good relievers are definitely in short supply right now. It's difficult to find any. Here we go. Mario Landa. Great personality. Another great personality here on Rob Reddick. Honestly, the great personalities are probably the best that we're going to be able to get out of our relievers at this point because I did wait so long to pick them. The elite relievers are downright elite, but once you get past them, the rest are pretty mediocre. All right, now back to drafting prospects who are going to be much more impactful in our organization long term. Looks like a lot of the upper echelon players have been drafted by this point now, or at least the relative to what was left upper echelon players. How about starting pitching prospects? Chavez is still available by some miracle. No question, no question, we're drafting him. I like this guy reasonably well, but OSA doesn't, so with his personality, we're going to at least hold off on drafting him. Here we go. This Gustavo Ortiz guy is pretty good. I like Preciado enough at this point that I think we're drafting him. Alright, we do still need a shortstop and a catcher, so time to take another look at those. Castillo's probably going to last a little longer. Mark Wolf. I consider Wolf probably one of our better options at this point. I think it's going to be Ashworth, though. His arm is significantly lower. No, Hugh Bryan. That's right. It's going to be Hugh Bryan. Great personality, solid batting profile relative to the other options, good base running. He's got an arm and range, so we're going to draft him here, and he will be our guy. At this point, there's no reason to not draft the players that we intend to use, so I'll take Castillo. That guy's personality was just downright awful. Alright, this Leon Phillips guy, I don't have any problems with him as backup catcher. Phipps, not Phillips. How many relievers did I draft? We probably need a few more. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 relievers. Yeah, 8 relievers isn't gonna cut it. We'll need more. Wait, do we need more? 8 sounds right. Yeah, 8's right. Okay, we're fine. We might take more for depth, but we don't really need them. May as well take another look at the relievers. It's not like we have any elite batters left. Oh, well, it looks like we are pretty much at the end of the relative quality relievers, so this group of guys are going to be the ones we're looking at here. So then you got players like Blackston who look a lot better now. I'll take Ivan Gonzalez in the next round. I want at least 2 more guys here just for the depth. Keith Paul. And Matt McCurry, and that should do. Okay, we are in what, the 44th round? So I think we'll go to round 50 and then call it. We made some pretty good progress in the draft. Considering that this guy is still available, I think OSA is probably way off the mark on him. Ooh, this Lee Bauman guy. And our scout doesn't dislike him. I'll throw him on there. Even with the discrepancies at this point, I'll draft Beza in the next round. He's worth what our scout sees in him. Matt Asher could be one of the better prospects left. John Lawler, lawyer, actually. Wow, that's a great name. All right, McSweeney it is, and then who was it? Gutierrez? No. There's somebody up here I was liking Asher. Let's take a look at some more of the elite fielding guys. Could take some depth at catcher here. That guy does not have a good personality, which is unfortunate because he was a pretty solid catcher. That guy's going to last a little longer. Okay, that guy could probably go now. Okay, we'll take Loggins. We have a couple other players here at 80 range, apparently. Baca, I think it's about time to draft him. And that's 50. I guess we'll go to 60. Travis Kyler's interesting. I like Aaron Justice. Hold it. High intelligence. Not terrible batting profile. Ooh, this guy's got a great personality and great fielding. He's going to slip a few more rounds, but we will definitely need to get that Danny Torres guy. Actually, I said I would go a few more rounds, but at this point, I can't imagine there's anything too interesting going on. We've pretty much got our team set, so we'll put that together. I think all of the guys DFA need to be on the 40-man, so there they are. Time to find the guys who are going to be in the minors. Benjamin's in the minors to start. Bryant's in the minors. No, he's not in the minors. Krim's going to the minors. Navarro is going to the minors. Stevens is going to the minors. I think Vega's going to the minors. I'm not entirely sure. He might also just be a reliever. He would probably be a solid reliever. Zinman's going to the minors. It'll be interesting to watch his development. We've got CJ Taylor going to the minors. I think Faulkner is as well to learn at second base. Espinosa is going to the minors as well. Cohen is. Lee is. Manaves is. Waters is? Yeah, Waters is. Brown is. And yep, those are all the guys that are going down, so we'll send them over to AAA for the time being. Put all these guys on the active roster and take a look. Okay, so we got our rotation set here. Looks like we can't actually set it yet, apparently. Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah, always start highest trusted. Perfect. Okay, Collier is the ace, of course. I think Bryant's our number 2. Now it's between these 3 for the next position in the rotation, which I think will go to Tarango. I think Hamario is probably better, and Roquette will be our number 5. We'll set these guys at their respective spots in the lineup. I'm actually really happy with Jared Gray as our second baseman. He's going to be pretty solid, I think. Okay, Medeiros is apparently a better fielder than Geyer. Yep, on both accounts. So Geyer will be the DH. All right, there we go. Our catcher and shortstop are in the minors. Catcher is because our backup is also there. Phipps and Castillo. Lugo is the shortstop. No, he's not, is he? Yeah, it's Brian that's the shortstop, isn't it? Yes. So we'll send those 3 up. And now we want to grab our relievers. Oh, shoot, we need to get utility guys. So I think we're going to continue the draft just so long as we can grab some utility players. You know what? We also have more relievers that we need, so I'm going to wait a minute to figure that out. Let's grab some utility infielders and outfielders as well. Going to want some... Doesn't really matter who they are, actually. Okay. This guy is an option. I'm not a fan of his personality, though, so he's definitely lower on the list. Josh Hughes could be our utility outfielder, no problem. I definitely like him in this role. Lavinga's a leader, too, so that's convenient. Okay, I think we found our two guys. Who does OSA like better? They do not like Hughes. They don't really like Lavinga either. Lavigna? Alright, perfect. We got them both. Either way, I think they're still going to be great utility guys. Okay, now let's figure out the bullpen. We need 7 guys, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 7 guys. Okay. Armistead's questionable. Bose is a yes, big yes. Dixon, we'll think about, but I think he's very likely. Gonzalez is likely. Londa's a big yes. McCurry is a questionable. We'll think about him. Blackston is questionable. Paul is questionable. Roddick is very questionable. Dixon's going up. Gonzalez is going up. I think probably McCurry. No, let's just take the guys with the best personalities. And then McCurry or Armistead? Armistead. All right, here we go. This is our team. This will be our 26 guys to start off the season. And of course, we got our prospect core together as well. I think we got a pretty good group. Some of the best prospects available. I especially like CJ Taylor. I think he's going to have a great future. And we've got some very nice pitching as well to go along with it. So I will complete the inaugural draft on my own. I'll probably go out at least another 100 rounds just to make sure I can pick up the depth that we are looking for and the prospects that we want. And then I will get back to you guys with the first video where we will go into the season. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.